Last part of today's class is quotation marks. Now, when we say quotation marks, it means these are kinds of punctuation that when we are writing a quotation. Now, the speaker's exact words that he or she is saying are called a quotation. And we need to write quotation marks when we write the quotation itself. So, when I say, for example, open your book. Now, this part that I just said is called quotation, okay? You need to put my quotation between quotation marks. So these are called quotation marks, but what I exactly said is a quotation. Open your book is called quotation, and the signs that I used at the beginning and at the end are called quotation marks. So when you write a quotation, you need to use quotation marks at the beginning of the speaker's words and at the end of the speaker's words. So we just need to know when do we use the quotations. The quotations come in two different places. I could say my sentence at the beginning and then I say who said it. I could make it at the end. So the sentence could come at the beginning, or the quotation itself could come at the beginning, or it comes at the end. What is the rule when it comes at the beginning, and what is the rule when it comes at the end? If it comes at the beginning, the car is red, he said, I need to focus on the following. Number one, there should be a beginning quotation marks. So, first of all, when you see the quotation at the beginning, you need to check that the quotation marks at the end are put. Then, the first letter of the quotation should be always capital. So, number one, the quotation marks. Number two, the first letter should be capital. You go to the end of the quotation and you need to add a comma. And then you close the quotation and then you complete with he said, or he asked, he shouted, he replied, he exclaimed, whatever word means that someone is saying something. Is saying something either said, asked, shouted, replied, or exclaimed. So, go back. If the quotation comes at the beginning, you should pay attention to the following. Number one, the quotation at the beginning. Number two, capital letter, the first letter should be capital. Number three, at the end of the quotation there should be a comma. Number four, the quotation at the end, and then you complete with he said, or he asked, or whatever. Okay? Now, after he said or exclaimed or shouted, there should be a full stop because we finished the sentence, and this is a common sense, right? If my quotation comes at the end, he said, the car is red. You need to focus on the following. Number one, after he said or asked or shouted, there should be a comma. So number one, focus on the comma. Number two, focus on the quotation. Number three, focus on the capital letter. Number four, focus on the punctuation at the end of the sentence. Number five, focus on the quotation at the end. So you need to focus on 5 things. Comma after said or shouted or exclaimed, quotation at the beginning, capital letter, punctuation, quotation at the end. What kind of punctuation comes at the end of the sentence? The car is red, full stop. I ended my sentence with a full stop. I could end my sentence with a full stop or question mark or exclamation mark. If you're asking, can I finish my sentence with a comma here? No, because the sentence will be done. So if I add a comma, it means I will complete it. But I don't want to complete it because the sentence finished. So I finish my sentence with a full stop or question mark or exclamation mark. Okay? Again and again. The quotation came at the beginning. You need to focus on 4 things. Number one, quotation at the beginning. Number 2, capital letter. Number 3, comma. Number 4, quotation at the end. In order. Quotation, capital, comma, quotation. You just remember it that way, and they should be in order. Quotation, capital, comma, quotation. If the quotation comes at the end, you need to focus on 5 things, and they come also in order. After said or exclaimed or shouted, comma, quotation, capital, punctuation at the end, quotation to finish everything. So, comma, quotation, capital, punctuation, and quotation at the end. I hope you got it. You just need to focus. If it comes at the beginning, you need to focus on 4 things. If it comes at the end, you need to focus on 5 things. Okay, so the policewoman said, comma, quotation, what she says or what she said, capital letter at the beginning, punctuation at the end, and you finish with the quotation marks. Okay, the words that could be used to show that the person is saying a quote: somebody said, somebody asked, somebody shouted, somebody replied, somebody exclaimed. So, start with a capital letter. Use comma after said or shouted. She said, comma. Put the punctuation mark inside. She said, comma, quotation, capital letter, punctuation at the end, and then you close the quotation. Does the punctuation at the end, like this question mark, come outside or inside? It definitely come inside. So the last thing you add is the quotation marks. Okay. He asked, comma, quotation, capital W, won't you go with me to Dwan's party? Punctuation at the end, and then we finished with quotation marks. This sentence is 100% correct. He asked, comma, start with quotation. Won't, the W is capital, complete your sentence, add the punctuation at the end, and then close with the last quotation marks. Mark said, after said, comma, start with the quotation, capital letter the first, excellent, I will see you there. Finish your sentence with a full stop and add the last quotation. So, 1, comma, 2, quotation, 3, capital letter, 4, punctuation, 5, quotation. The 5 rules are correct, so my sentence is 100% correct. Okay, George said, what do we need to add? Quotation, comma. After the comma, quotation, and then capital. My uncle goes to Germany. This is a normal sentence, finishes with a full stop, and then close the quotations. She asked, comma, quotation, capital. Why don't we go to the zoo? This is a question, so question mark, and then close the quotations. Mom replied, comma, quotation, capital. Yes, I'll make a cake for you. A normal sentence finishes with a full stop and then quotation marks. My friend said, comma, quotation, capital, thank you for the beautiful gift. Full stop and then quotation. Liam asked, comma, quotation, W capital, would you like to go with us? This is a question, so question mark, and then close the quotations. Okay, that's amazing. If you understand, I'll be really happy. If you don't, please send me a message so I can explain again. The well done is for you, not for me. I'll upload the homework. Your homework will be unseen passage and a few questions related to the active and passive form. Okay. I just want to show you the question on the booklet that goes on page 6. Okay, you need to rewrite the following sentences on the lines below, and you add the quotation marks or other punctuations where needed. I'll do only one with you. I'll submit these 2 with your homework, so you do them by yourself, please. Under that bridge is a golden treasure, said John. Okay, number 1. The quotation came first. So number 1, I have to add quotation. The U is capital. Under that bridge is a golden treasure. We finished the sentence. What do you think the punctuation is? Under that bridge is a golden treasure. A normal sentence. So full stop. Close the quotations. Said, oh, wait. This is a mistake. Now we said, if the quotation comes at the beginning, the only punctuation that we use is a comma because I have to complete the sentence with said John. Sorry for the mistake. So again, punctuation, quotation, capital letter, under that bridge is a golden treasure, comma, close quotations, and then said John, full stop. Okay, I hope you got it. I'll upload your homework. Please do it and send it to me back if you have, or send it back to me. If you have any question, don't hesitate to ask. Have a nice day. Thank you very much.